Welcome to Shop Talk New Mexico, where we explore the stories behind the most unique and inspiring businesses across the land of enchantment. Today, we're taking a whimsical detour into the mountains east of Albuquerque to visit one of New Mexico's most beloved roadside treasures, Tinkertown Museum. Built by hand and heart over 4 decades by the late Ross Ward, Tinkertown is a colorful maze of folk art, antiques, and imagination that continues to charm visitors from around the world. Join us as we step into this magical world and chat with the caretakers who keep Ross's creative spirit alive. I'm here in at Tinkertown in Sandia Park with the curator and the widow of the founder. This is Carla Ward, and we're here to talk about her husband Ross and the museum that they built together. So, Carla, could you tell me, where did the inspiration for this museum come from?
Well, Ross was a carnival and circus painter, is what his day job was. He traveled all over the country painting fun houses and merry-go-rounds and dark rides. And I traveled with him many times to paint the carnival shows. And we would stop at every roadside attraction anywhere in the country that was interesting. And things were disappearing as we were even going back to places, and they'd be gone because you know the creators maybe died and it just passed on. So we decided to make uh, our own roadside attraction, and we started collecting bottles from sides of the roads and became a neighborhood recycling center for about 20 years. We have about 55,000 bottles cemented in walls, and Ross had his wood carvings in a trailer that he would take around to state fairs, and we took it out of the trailer, built the bottle walls around it, and he had a vision of how this place would look um, in its entirety that he really didn't share with anybody, except he just kept building, and it created 20 rooms altogether around the place, and we opened in 1983.
Oh, wonderful! Well, it's a very interesting place. Visually, it's somewhat overwhelming because there's so much here. Um, would you consider this to be like folk art or a storytelling kind of a tableau
It,
sort of creation here?
yes, I consider it a folk art creation. However, it's also a storytelling platform, and we tell stories here of the Old West and of the circus and of sailing around the world and of collecting and creating. And we hear from all our visitors that are inspired by what we've done here, and they share their stories. And truly, this is a storytelling platform.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you opened in
Three.
'83, but you started building it
Well, he had started all the carvings in the 60s when he
in the
was in the
'60s.
army, and then
Okay.
had the Western town in a trailer, took it around to state fairs and things. The circus was kind of all over the house. He has always had parts of the circus going. And so when we decided to make a roadside attraction, it started with the Western town, then another room was built just for the circus, and then my brother wanted to sail a boat around the world for 10 years and couldn't find anybody to buy the boat when he was finished. So we said, bring it to the museum. So we have 30 years ago, we brought this sailboat that was built in England in 1936, beautiful old boat that had sailed around the world. And we have a great display that showcases his voyage around the world. And
Oh,
that
wonderful.
inspires a lot of people as well.
That is wonderful. Um, so what would you say is your favorite part of the museum, or do you have a favorite part?
I think the Western town is my favorite part because it's just so authentic and so honest and so unique and full of detail. And it was his project that he worked on just so long, and it's quite a beautiful work of art.
Right, right. Have you by chance seen the movie Welcome to Marwin?
No.
It's about a man who creates miniatures, and in his head, these miniatures are alive, and they're at war in Belgium, I think it is.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's a very interesting true story. The
Yeah.
man's name was Mark Hogenkamp.
That sounds wonderful.
It's really something. It's an
What's
very
it called
interesting.
again? Well,
It's Welcome
what
to Marwin.
Marwin. Okay.
Yes, and
Is
if
it
you have
streamable?
it's streamable.
Okay, I'll look it up.
I think you can get it on Netflix.
I will look it up.
So
That's great. I love hearing about stuff like that. And
oh,
oh,
you'll
it's so
I
neat.
think given given the museum quality of what you have here, I think you would be very much in love with that movie. It's good. It
Excellent.
really is. Um, so you get a lot of visitors here. How many would you say you get each year?
Well, we started out our first year in 1983. We had 863 people that came through here. And, it started slow. We were, and it's built up. Just before COVID, 2019, we had over 30,000 people here. Now, and then we were closed for 2 years because of COVID. And then we opened with time ticketing and had much less people. But now we're back up to around 20 to 25,000 visitors a season, even though
Very
we're
good.
open less hours and less days than we were originally, just because trying to be reopened, I just didn't want to work that hard.
Right, right. I understand. I understand. So, what do you think the future holds for?
Well, I'm working to find a partner. I think we've identified some people that are going to be carrying on the legacy. Not really able to speak about it just yet, but I'm hoping very soon to have a really good announcement that the legacy will be maintained
Well,
and
wonderful,
go on.
wonderful. I'm
Hmm.
glad to hear that because this is
Yeah.
such a wonderful place to come and visit. As a matter of fact, sometime within the next couple of weeks, my daughter's going to be bringing my grandkids
Oh,
up
great.
here to see the place.
We've had people that have been coming here for generations, and we'll have they met here, got married, they bring their kids, now they're bringing their grandkids, because being open for 40, almost 43 years now, it's we have a lot of repeat visitors.
Right. Well, it's a wonderful place, and I'm looking forward to going and walking around, seeing what all it's about, and taking some good pictures and some video,
Good.
and putting that into this interview presentation.
We at, Ross has been gone now 22 years. He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's when he was only 57, died at 62 in 2002. And everything you see here in the whole museum was kind of as he left, as it was when he died. And we now keep it just maintained and keep it preserved in that moment. And we don't really add
So
anything
you're
to
not
it.
adding to it.
No,
Okay.
we're just keeping it preserved, and it's really astonishing to think one man built all of this with this vision, plus did all the fine artwork that you see around the gallery
Right.
space here,
Right.
and and was a commercial artist traveling around the country painting carnival rides. He was quite a genius.
Sounds like it. He certainly created something wonderful here, and
Hmm.
I'm sure you did an awful lot of the work too. So
Well, it's been I've been very grateful to be part of it, and he really inspires a lot of people.
right, right. So I've seen some YouTube videos with of Tinkertown.
Hmm.
Has anyone ever interviewed you like this for this?
Oh yeah,
Have you?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. I was just
Yeah.
wondering if this wasn't a first. Okay.
Oh no, no,
Good.
yeah, no.
Good.
Yeah.
I'd sure hate to be the first to interview you and then mess it up.
No, nope.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end the interview here, but I'm going to grab some pictures and some
Great.
videos and put them on here, and we'll see how it all turns out.
All right, Carson, it's
Okay,
been my pleasure.
it has been a pleasure speaking with you,
Thank you.
and you take care, and
Hmm.
we'll end this here.
Thank you.
So I started my little self-guided tour of the Tinkertown Museum at the gift shop. I don't think that was where they had intended for the tour to start, but I think that's actually supposed to be where it ends. But anyway, I went through it backwards, so but that's okay. I got all the footage that I needed. Um, the gift shop is very impressive. It's got a lot of stuff, and um, one of the very interesting things about the Tinkertown Museum is the walls that are made of concrete with glass bottles embedded in them. You're going to see a lot of those all around in here. Um, According to Carla, there's 55,000 bottles embedded in the walls of the Tinkertown Museum. That's a large number. I'm sure it took many years to put all of that together. So a major part of the museum is the miniatures. There's another look at those glass bottles embedded in the walls. That's impressive. So anyway, back to the miniatures. There are miniatures throughout the Tinkertown Museum. Um, it's really something to see. Some of these miniatures are animated, and for instance, this one here is it's coin operated. You put in a quarter, and the figures play the instruments. Um, some of the animated miniatures don't require coins. You just push a button and it'll play. It'll do whatever it does. So you'll see all of the license plates that are lining the walkways there. Carla tells me that every state is represented in those license plates, and there are even a few that are from outside of the country. So this brings us to what I would consider to be the centerpiece of the museum. This is a 35-foot sailboat built in England in 1936 and has sailed around the world. Carla shows us here on a map the route taken by the Theodora R in her circumnavigation of the globe.